Today I am going to teach you operating system. Its subject code is 1618305 according to your SBTE syllabus. Today I am going to teach you first unit. It is Introduction to Operating System. In this I will take the first lecture, that is evolution of operating system, right? So this is my credential. So let's start with the topic. So before starting the topic, let me tell you what are the topics I will going to cover in this video. First, I will let you know about operating system, formal definition of operating system. Then I will focus on evolution of operating system. Basically, in evolution of operating system, it is starting with the serial operating system, and after that I will teach you about batch operating system. I will also tell you how batch operating system is better than serial operating system. Then after that I will teach you about multi-programmed operating system. Multi-programmed operating system is also known as multi-programming operating system. Then I will conclude all the above topics that I have already taught you in this video, and I will certainly give you some references also. So before going deeper into operating system, let's take a quick review on a diagram. So this is a diagram in which we are watching that several computer hardwares are there. Suppose पहला कीबोर्ड है, दूसरा आपका हार्ड डिस्क है, यहाँ पे कुछ एप्लीकेशन प्रोग्राम्स हैं, यहाँ आपके मॉनिटर हैं, यहाँ प्रिंटर है, यहाँ आपका माउस भी है, और सारे के सारे आपके ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम के साथ जुड़े हुए हैं. दैट मीन्स through this diagram you can well conclude that operating system is going to manage all these computer hardware. Yes, it is right. ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम क्या होता है? ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम इन सभी कंप्यूटर हार्डवेयर को मैनेज करता है. सो लेट्स टेक सम फॉर्मल डेफिनेशन ऑफ ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. सो द फर्स्ट वन इज ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम इज अ स्पेशल टाइप ऑफ सॉफ्टवेयर. देखिए, सॉफ्टवेयर तीन तरीके के होते हैं, ठीक है? एप्लीकेशन सॉफ्टवेयर, सिस्टम सॉफ्टवेयर और यूटिलिटी प्रोग्राम्स. ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम सिस्टम सॉफ्टवेयर का एक पार्ट माना जाता है. सेकेंड डेफिनेशन में, यहाँ सेकेंड पॉइंट में मैंने फोकस किया है, इट बिहेव्स एज इमीडिएट ब्रिज बिटवीन यूजर एंड कंप्यूटर हार्डवेयर. दैट मीन्स व्हाट? यूजर कैन नॉट interact with the computer hardware directly, so user just give its command to the computer, and it is the responsibility of operating system to take that command and send it to the computer hardware, right? Okay, here whenever we are talking about computer hardware, so basically computer hardware is classified into three categories: CPU, main memory, and IO devices. So whenever whatever hardware you are talking about, those hardware will come under these categories only. Next one is your, these devices are also known as resources, right? These devices, these computer hardware are also known as resources. Next point is, for a process to be executed, resource must be allocated to the process. See, for the process execution or execution of a process, only CPU is not needed. Other IO devices are also very much essential whenever we are executing a process. So that is why these hardware, these computer hardware is also known as resources. And due to this resource, the operating system is also known as resource allocator. Why it is known as resource allocator? Because basically it provides the different resources at different time according to the demand of a process. That is why it is also known as resource allocator. Next one is your evolution of operating system. So basically evolution of operating system can be watched, can be seen in this diagram. So earlier it was starting with the serial processing operating system. The first one was your serial processing operating system. Next, after that, some improved version has came, that was your batch processing operating system. Batch processing operating system is also known as batch system here. As I have already told you that multi-programmed system, operating system is also known as multi-programming operating system, right? So in the earlier days, it was known as multi-programmed batch system. Later on, it was known as multitasking, and after that, multi-programming operating system has taken its name. After that, time sharing operating system was widely used in today's era. What is time sharing operating system? Time sharing operating system or time shared operating system is the system where a quantum time is decided to the CPU. That means a CPU will execute a process up to a definite time. ऐसा नहीं होता है कि CPU एक प्रोसेस को अपने मन चाहे अनुसार या प्रोसेस के मन चाहे अनुसार प्रोसेस को एग्जीक्यूट करेगा. ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम सीपीयू को बाउंड करता है कि आपको 3 नैनोसेकेंड्स का या 5 नैनोसेकेंड्स या 10 नैनोसेकेंड्स ही आपको एक प्रोसेस को आपको एग्जीक्यूट करना है, उसके बाद आपको उसको छोड़ देना है. तो दैट टाइम इज नोन एज योर टाइम शेयरिंग operating system. That is the extension part of your multi-programming operating system. And when time permits, I will certainly teach you about Macintosh operating system, which are widely used in day-to-day life. Okay. So let's talk about first serial processing operating system. What do you mean by serial processing operating system? As the name indicates, serial processing operating system is that कि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सीपीयू एक प्रोसेस को एग्जीक्यूट करेगा और जब तक से कि पहला प्रोसेस उसको एग्जीक्यूट ना कर ले, इट विल नॉट टेक द सेकंड प्रोसेस, राइट? दैट इज नोन एज सीरियल प्रोसेसिंग ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. ओके, फाइनली, सो इट वाज इनिशियली बिल्ट इन 1940s टू 1950s. हालांकि एक बहुत अच्छा वो टाइम नहीं कि किस समय इसकी शुरुआत हुई थी 1940 में एंड इट वाज कंप्लीटेड इन 1950. सो वी कैन नॉट स्पैन द टाइम एग्जैक्टली एट व्हाट टाइम इट हैज बीन सक्सेसफुली इम्प्लीमेंटेड, बट इन 1950s इट वाज ओके. ओके, नेक्स्ट. अर्लियर यहाँ पे कोई खास तरीके के इम्प्लीमेंटेशन ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम का इम्प्लीमेंटेशन नहीं होता था. वी आर नॉट यूजिंग ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम डायरेक्टली. I will come to the point when I will teach you serial processing operating system much in depth. Okay, so इसमें सबसे बड़े challenges क्या था? The main problem is that scheduling इसका नहीं हो पाता. We cannot schedule and we cannot set up the time. Means what? We cannot schedule the process and also we cannot set up the time. This is the main challenge we are facing in the serial processing operating system. Basically, it was based on FCFS. FCFS means first come first serve scheme. It was based on first come first serve scheme. So it will be understandable by this diagram which is shown here. That is, here I am having the bunch of the job which has to be executed, right? And suppose how many jobs are there? There are total 7 jobs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these jobs will be given to the operating system one by one. See, from this diagram, it is quite clear that in serial processing, it is executing one by one, and hence we will get the output. So I think through this diagram, you can well understand about what do you mean by serial processing. इसलिए इसको serial processing operating system कहा गया है. Okay, next, the advanced version of serial processing operating system is batch processing operating system, or it is also known as batch operating system. What is batch operating system? First of all, let me tell you some features of batch processing operating system. Actually, इसमें होता क्या था कि यूजर्स जो कंप्यूटर का जो यूजर होता था, it prepare its job by using punch card. This is the first point that we are having. Okay, fine. And second point was that it submits to the computer operator, right? इसमें आगे मैं एक चीज में बताऊंगा कि जो यूजर होता था, यूजर cannot directly communicate with the batch processing operating system. it submit its job or his job to the computer operator. Now it is the responsibility of computer operator to classify the jobs into the different batches or a different group. Okay. Okay. Jobs in a batch are processed in the order of submission. That is the very disadvantage of this batch processing operating system. मतलब कहने का कि जो जिस चीज़ में आएगा, जिस तरीके से आएगा, वो उसी तरीके से एग्जीक्यूट होगा. इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट कि अगर प्रोसेस वन पहले अगर आया है और उसकी डिमांड ज़्यादा है, ज़्यादा टाइम के लिए वो उसको एग्जीक्यूट करना है, और प्रोसेस टू जो है उसको अगर कम टाइम के लिए अगर सीपीयू को चाहिए तो प्रोसेस टू को पहले दे दिया जाएगा. नो, इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट, राइट? So this is one of the disadvantage for what I feel, right? Okay, so one more thing is that in batch processing operating system, it helps in utilization of system resources quite a bit, but there were still problems. What was the problem? During the transaction from one job to the next job, CPU sat idle. Okay, the main thing was that in this type of operating system, whenever process 1 is executing, and after execution, suppose it went for process for IO operations. So at that time we cannot, the CPU is not engage with the some other process, it sat idle. तो अगर CPU अगर बैठा रहेगा, it will not take the next job to for execution, then the performance of the system will be drastically dropped down. Okay, fine. Okay, to overcome this idle time, a small program, it is known as, which is known as monitor. So what is a monitor? Monitor is a sort of program which monitors all the process which are getting executed through the CPU. CPU कब खाली बैठा है, IO कब खाली बैठा है, CPU को और क्या चीज़ करना चाहिए, CPU को और कैसे यूटिलाइज करना चाहिए, all those things are governed by a software which is known as your what? Monitor. Monitor is a set of program which governs all these things, right? Okay, fine. So this is the formal diagram of batch processing operating system, in which whatever I have discussed earlier is pretty clear in this diagram. See here, different users are submitting their jobs. These are the different users: user 1, user 2, user 3, user n, and they are submitting their jobs. They are submitting their jobs one by one. So job 1 is submitted by user 1, job 2 is submitted by user 2, job 3 is submitted by user 3, like that. And basically these users are can these users cannot directly interact with the OS. They have to submit their job to the operator. And now this is the responsibility of operator to classify these jobs into different batches. See here, आप देख रहे होंगे कि batch 1 में job 1 और job 4 को रखा है, और batch 2 में job 2, job 5 और job 7 को रखा है. That means what? कि ये एक तरीके के जॉब्स हैं और ये दूसरे तरीके के जॉब्स हैं, राइट? एंड फाइनली द एग्जीक्यूशन टेक्स प्लेस हियर, राइट? फाइनली इट एग्जीक्यूशन टेक्स प्लेस हियर. फाइन. ओके, next one is your what are the good advantages and disadvantages of batch processing operating system? Let's take one by one. So first one is, it is difficult to decide how much time will a processor get to complete its task. अभी तो मल्टी प्रोग्रामिंग में हो जाता, but earlier it was not so easy. So second point is that processor of the batch system know how long the job would be, and it is in the queue. So processor does not know how many jobs are there in the queue and how long it will be taken to complete all the execution. Next one was multiple users can share the batch system. एक ये plus point था. This was the advantage of this one, right? Second, the idle time for a batch system is very less. See, in the serial processing operating system, the idle time was very high, but here the idle time is very low. Next one is, it is very easy to manage large work repeatedly in the batch operating system. Means as compared to serial operating system, batch operating system can manage a large amount of work. That is the good point we are having in the batch processing operating system. But still, there are some disadvantages also. For certain period of time, CPU was set idle, right? Next, if the process of a batch is needed some IO operation, at that time CPU must wait till IO operation gets the completed. Means same batch में अगर मेरे पास अगर 5 अगर प्रोसेस हैं, तो पांचों प्रोसेस अपना जब तक से कि IO टास्क अगर कंप्लीट नहीं कर लेंगे, तो वो CPU किसी दूसरे बैच को अलॉटेड नहीं हो पाएगा. That is the main disadvantage we are having, right? And these jobs are executed sequentially. No priority will be given to any job. That is the main disadvantage. Suppose a job has came with higher priority, still in batch processing operating system, nobody is going to entertain such type of priority operating system. Multi-programmed operating system is also known as multi-programming operating system. So first of all, see the important features, then we will go for its diagram and advantages and disadvantages. Okay, here it is superior than that of batch processing system. Batch processing system, how? Let's see. When the program is waiting for IO transfer, another program is ready to utilize the CPU. Earlier, in every operating system, this facility was not there. That means kya? When a process is executed through CPU and went to IO, at that time CPU has to wait. But in multi-programming, it don't have to wait. Right? Next, it is possible for several jobs to share the CPU, right? But not at a time. CPU can be shareable to the various process, but absolutely not at a time, right? That is the main advantage of the multi-programming. Okay, multi-programming, there is one slight disadvantage, that multi-programming is not defined to be the execution of the job at the same time of the instance. That means the process which are executed through CPU are mutually exclusive. If process 1 is taking CPU for execution, then at that time P2 has to wait for CPU until unless CPU will not release the process P1. Okay, fine. Next, number of jobs are available for CPU which is placed in main memory, right? And a portion of one is executed, then the segment of another. See, in this multi-programming, the instructions or the process are executed in segmented wise, right? All the jobs which has to be executed, that will be placed in the main memory, or it will be stored in the main memory. Then the exact or the actual execution of processes will start in terms of different segments. Okay, multi-programming is having two types of scheduling. First is your primitive scheduling, and next one is your non-primitive scheduling. This type of scheduling we will discuss in the process management when we will go further deeper in the process management. Okay, one very important thing, that is there should be a balance between CPU burst and IO burst. What do you mean by CPU burst and IO burst? CPU burst means that the time when the CPU is executing the process, that is known as, the time is known as CPU burst. What is IO burst? IO burst is nothing but the time which is taking to complete the IO task of a process is known as your IO burst. Okay, fine. Next very important thing, that is context switching, means allocation of CPU from one process to another process, right? Okay, fine. So let's come to the point here, that is, this is the formal diagram of multi-programming operating system, where this is your hard disk. All the programs are stored in the hard disk. The data or the instructions which are stored in the hard disk is known as program. And when this program has to be executed, it must have to bring into the main memory. See, in main memory, such type of jobs are put for final execution. So job 1, job A, job B, job C. So all these jobs are nothing but different process which are waiting in the main memory for execution as per their time. And CPU is also associated with your main memory. Like this is the execution of the process is going on. CPU will pick one by one job and it will execute one by one, right? One by one means what? When the CPU will execute the first job and when it release, and at that time when process goes to IO task, in between CPU will take the another job from this memory. So this is very simple and this is very vital and very important diagram to understand. And what is the writing output data means? After the execution again it is storing back to the hard disk, right? Okay, fine. Next, let's come for the summary. So summary I can conclude in this way. First, about serial processing operating system, it is based on FCFS that I have already told you. That is first come first serve. Second one is your. It was developed in 1940 to 1950s. Actually, there is no particular time when it was started. Actually, that's why it's a time span we have taken. That is, it has been started from 1940 to 1950, right? Second one was better than serial processing operating system was batch processing operating system or batch system. In this, user prepare its jobs and store it to the punch card, right? And he submits his job to the computer operator. Now it is the responsibility of computer operator to submit this job in the batch-wise fashion, right? Okay. Next one was here in multi-programming. It is possible for several jobs to share the CPU, but not at the same time. Please understand this thing. It will be shareable, CPU will be shareable, but it will be not at the same time. Okay, fine. Multi-programming operating system is of two types, that is primitive and non-primitive scheduling, right? This I will certainly explain you when I will teach you process management in depth. There should be balance, as I have right now earlier I have explained you. There should be a proper balance between CPU burst and IO burst. And context switching is very important in the multi-programming. Context switching means what? Jumping the CPU from one process to another process for execution, right? That is known as your context switching. The topic context switching I will teach you exclusively when I will teach you in process management or CPU scheduling, right? Okay. So these are the good some references, some books, which is very nice. And after these, if you'll ask me, so I will go for Peter Bear Galvin, and these are some good YouTube videos. You'll get it from YouTube to watch the evolution of operating system. Thank you for listening me.